Welcome everyone to Anime News. Bum, 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 bum. A lot happened this week, along with some funny news and some big news. Oh, but it's only big gaming news, but still big news in general. Also, really quickly, I now have a Twitter. I'm putting it in... I'm gonna edit this later and put it on the screen, so it's on screen, so follow me, or, you know, that kind of jazz. Anyway, here we go, with the news. Right now we have, here's a funny one. Bobobo DVD release lacks English subtitles. Fans angry. Although it shouldn't be fan angry, there's like one person who likes Bobobo. But anyway, it's not a real legit news. Well, it came out without subtitles, but I found it funny. I'm not actually going to cover that. Anyway, have you ever heard of Kids on the Slope? Well, it's really good, and Sentai confirms that a DVD Blu-ray release will be coming out. When, later this year, is all they will tell us, but it's from the team behind Cowboy Bebop. So, it has jazz in it, which means it already is good no matter what, so you gotta go see that. Next, don't go to this page if you have not seen a lot of good anime. If you haven't seen anything on my top 10 list. That video I posted, I think it was the last Friday video. Anyway, I'm not going to give away any spoilers, don't worry. Japanese fans name all anime's saddest deaths. Now I gotta say, number 1 is complete BS, number 2 is complete BS, number 3 is correct, number 4 isn't actually a death in any way, shape, or form, because he's still alive, I don't understand, and number 5 is correct, and then on I didn't really even look. Next up, this follows up with a second one. It's about Pokemon Black and White 2. There is an official gameplay trailer out now. Go check it out. I gotta say, I don't know if I've covered it before or said anything about it, but I'm kind of annoyed that they're making Black and White 2 rather than just, like, another, you know, a completely different Pokemon game, because Black and White was not that good. So with this random cut, my sweet mate walked in and started talking to me. Anyway, Disney announces a bunch of different Blu-ray releases. One of them is Arrietty, and then there's 2 more, which I'm very excited for one of them. One of them is, what's it called? Whisper of the Heart, which I've never seen and haven't heard anything good about before, so who cares? But the thing I am very excited about is Castle in the Sky. They were, yes, releasing that on Blu-ray, and Arrietty wasn't bad, so I mean, pick that up too, I guess, or something. Also, this is kind of weird. A manga university, as a university where you learn how to design, draw, and write manga, is been planned next year in Osaka. That's in Japan, if you don't know what Osaka is. That's kind of weird. And it's scheduled to be opened in 2013, and that's pretty cool. Next up, this one I'm not covering because I like, but I'm covering because a lot of people probably like it. The Harry Potter author is gonna release a new book for adults, and I'm not looking forward to it, but you know, it's coming out there. She's released a description. It's called The Casual Vacancy. Doesn't pique my interest at all, but go look that up or ask me for a link and you can go read up on that yourself if you find that at all interesting at all. Yeah. Next up, ever heard of Madoka Box? Well, no one probably has. But it's by, it's going to be done by Gainax. And everyone should know Gainax, let's put it that way. And It's going to be directed by Shoji Saiki, which hasn't done anything you guys probably wouldn't know unless you watch a lot of non-mainstream anime like He Is My Master and The Ugly Yet Beautiful World, I think he did. And music's by Tatsuya Kato. The only one that he's done that you probably would know is Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere, which is aired last season, or the season before that, I think. It was on Crunchyroll. Anyway, I always like Kinegawa with Sentai licenses, because Sentai has got a good eye, usually. After that, we have the GTO creator is making a new manga. That's correct. That is correct. Fujisawa is making a new manga. I cannot wait for this. I'm probably gonna buy it right away, and I just can't wait. Everyone loves GTO. And if you don't like GTO, I hate you. Anyone ever seen Mirai Nikki? You probably have, because it's a very popular anime to watch. And if you're watching my videos, well, yeah. You probably watch a lot of anime. Well, it's hard to explain, but there is a next project, and that's in quotes, that has been announced. I don't know exactly what it is, if it's a continuation, or if it's a spin-off, or if it's by the same guys who are not even doing any Mirai Nikki stuff, but regardless, I think it's another season, I think. I can't tell you for sure. But it is, speculation, and it's been announced at least. It was announced at Anime Boston. Next up, this got me very excited, and then much less excited after I read it. I read Crayon Shin-chan Returns to North America, and I almost pooped, peed, exploded, died, and all that, but then I left out the word Crayon Shin-chan Manga Returns to North America, which is not nearly as good, but still, you know, it's gonna be cool. $12.95 each was a little expensive, of course, but, you know, not bad. It's Shin-chan regardless. I just wish the TV series went on. Next up, Bakuman. That's been going on for a while now, hasn't it? Not really. It's only the 20th volume, actually, believe it or not. But it was and is very popular in Japan and kind of in the U.S. I'm not a Bakuman fan, but it's concluding this month, believe it or not. So if you're a Bakuman fan and have not heard the news, I'm very sorry. Next up, I hope there's a lot of Minecraft players right here, and Final Fantasy VII players. Midgar from Final Fantasy VII has been recreated in its entirety in Minecraft, which is just crazy. There's a video to go with that. PM me for the video or just search for it yourself. Next up, Halo 4. I know we have some gamers here at least. Release date has been set out at November 6, 2012. Will 343 stay on that date? Who knows? I personally think they won't, but I don't know. Could happen. Next up, this is when I was talking about Black and White 2 earlier. I said there was more. There's basically just even more footage added, more than just the gameplay trailer. PM me again for that, or comment for it, or just search for it on YouTube, because it's on YouTube. Next. Oh, this is more of a Crunchyroll only thing. Crunchyroll launches service in Latin America. So if you live in Latin America, guess what? Now the site will be in Spanish. You can get servers near you, and you know, all that jazz. You can, if there are any videos you couldn't view on Crunchyroll because of the country you lived in, you now can watch. I believe it's all of them. Although you might have to read English subtitles. There is a specific list with only Spanish subtitles, but yes, Spanish subtitles are coming out. And if you speak only Spanish and are watching this, I have absolutely no idea why you're watching this, because I'm only speaking English right now. Next up, this is quite amazing, actually. only for a limited time in Osaka, a Steins Gate cafe is coming, and that includes cosplay, things to buy, really epic, different posters, all like the entire cafe's themed with it, and then you can buy, of course, a bunch of themed foods. One of them is the rice, which has the message written in ketchup on it. And lastly, the big news. You ready for the big news? CBS, that's right, the TV station CBS, has now signed with both MLG and Twitch TV, which means such competitions as World of Warcraft, League of Legends, and StarCraft 2 will eventually be being aired on normal channels of television. Wow, right? I know, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. Can't wait for that. Watch a game between Idra and Huck on CBS. That's gonna get my family to go watch that. I'm gonna force them. Anyway, well, thank you guys for watching. There'll be a Friday video. This has been 11 minutes and 20